It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. Great game in store for y'all. And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
Along the shores of Lake Erie, the Dog Pound already in full roar. We welcome you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Welcome to the booth, everyone. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, all set for a good one here. Greg, this is one of those interesting things because you talk to both coaches. They've schemed, plotted all week, and the question becomes, who's got the plan that's going to fit against this other team?
Well, that's always the question, and I think if we really got honest responses from some of these play callers in pregame, I think they're not even quite sure. Everyone goes in feeling really good about the week work. They feel really good about where they are from a game plan perspective. But now, can you adjust? Can you find the elements of that game plan that are best suited for having success in this given game? That's the key.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading them out, the veteran quarterback, first-round pick back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
And he's going to have a Browns first down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
When we met with these coaches during the week, Mike, they told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
And let's give him about 4 on that one. Zion McCollum there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Chubb, heading left. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started. They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
He's got his man complete. That's Judy. Give him 19 yards as they get the 4th down conversion.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
On the ground, it's Chubb. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. Finding room to the 20. And he'll be taken down.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run once more with Ford. And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Chubb. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short. Play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Nick Chubb, touchdown Cleveland. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession solely because you got reckless with the ball. As long as he is calculated with those risks, I think they have a good chance today coming out on top.
Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Godwin working the right side.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Right back to Irving. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. This one is caught by Shepard. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. That one taken in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes Ford on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get going with their second possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Watson. First down throw there is incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I could promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. And he's across midfield, and more importantly, he's got the first down at the 49-yard line.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the first down.
Watson going to give it to Chubb. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Remember, Mike, he's already had a touchdown earlier in the first quarter, and at the way this game has started off, it looks like this defense is going to have their hands full stopping this guy.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll run with Ford. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Running is Chubb. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Up the middle. Here's Ford. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Two yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. Here's Chubb. He'll get this forward. No signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Chubb. A second effort, and he is in. Nick Chubb, touchdown Browns. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Irving now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Buccaneers offense ready for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. He'll go again here with Irving. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Grant Delpit up to make the play. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. On the ground, it's Irving. And he's going to have a Bucs first down. He's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Tampa Bay.
To throw is Mayfield. That one intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it, and they're going to do that with excellent field position. On the ground, this is 4. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, give to 4. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. They'll run here. It's Ford. And he will get into the end zone. Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Cleveland. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns will take a 21-7 lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Irving now on the return. and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. He'll tuck it and take off. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs draw closer here. It's 21-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, this is Strong. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. Credit him for trying to escape. The defense, though, was on that. And finally, they bring him down behind the line.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
One of the biggest differentiators for a lot of these defenders, Mike, is a lot of them can stay in tight coverage. But where the special guys separate themselves is what do they do once the ball is in the air? They almost turn into offensive players with their ability to track it, and this is a great example here. Why? I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
So the message this coach is sending to his huddle is very clear. It's, hey guys, I got all the confidence in the world. We're going to be aggressive all day. We're not afraid to fail. We are going to try to score on every possession. And as a player, you can't help but love that.
On play action, Mayfield. And that is intercepted by Denzel Ward. And the Browns will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
This team's offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10. open this drive on the ground with 4. And he's going to have a Browns first down. He's able to take it up to the 30-yard line.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
On the handoff, this is Chubb. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's a Browns first down. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. Couple of first downs already on this drive, and they'll go first down from the 43. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A run straight ahead. That's Ford. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Watson. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the first quarter, but that was their 3rd attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. I think you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him.
They are going for it. It's Watson. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And he will go all the way. David Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. What a luxury to have in an offense. A tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know what's the most impactful position on offense. It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourselves a weapon.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Irving now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense about ready to take over once more. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Irving. And that's not going to yield a whole lot. Up to about the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Baker to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here comes Otten in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That'll be caught along the sideline. Good work there.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
That one heading straight out of bounds, and it's going to be marked short of midfield. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Here's Ford. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Chubb. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short.
As the gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Cleveland.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Out of the gun, they'll give it, and it's 4. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. They'll run once more with 4. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. It's a Browns first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Watson going to give it to Chubb. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. We are through 1. It's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Second down and 3. They'll run with 4. Powering forward. He's in. Jerome Ford. Touchdown, Cleveland. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. On the return is Sean Tucker. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense headed back to take over once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Now Mayfield. This one on target to Godwin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Third down, it's Irving. A gain there of 11. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Mayfield to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Now Mayfield gets this one into the hands of his receiver Godwin.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver.
And this is blocked. He gets free. Inside the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Browns. Greg, those are the momentum swings that get you. One team is looking to add 3. Instead, the other team adds 6, thanks to the ability to block the kick.
Yeah, and in this case, Mike, the players are constantly reminded by the coaches, you never know. Just keep rushing, keep rushing. You could rush 100 times, but if you do it full speed, the 101st, you stick your hand up. That's the one where it connects with the ball. In this case, that's exactly what happens. Scoop, score, change the game.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Throwing is Baker. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On first down is Mayfield. There's Evans. He's got it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A give. This is Irving. And he'll get this up close to a first down as the tackle is made right at the midfield stripe. Here's third down and a few inches. Man in motion, heading left. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Trying to get to the edge. He will not get there. As a matter of fact, he was taken down behind the line. And that brings up fourth down.
I think it's safe to assume that is not how they envisioned that third down play call going. And now after going backwards, it's going to bring up fourth down.
On comes the punter now. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get him out of bounds. Nick Chubb and the rest of the Browns offense set to take over again. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Once again, it's Chubb. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6. Here's Chubb. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the ground, this is Ford. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Chubb, heading left. And he's got another one. Nick Chubb, touchdown Cleveland. What a half he is putting together. That's his 3rd touchdown already. That is about as good a half as you'll ever see out of a running back. Greg, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the first half.
And he's been the difference maker, Mike. I mean, I wish I had him on my fantasy team. I mean, this guy has come out with something to prove today. I can't wait to see what he has in store for the second half.
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns add on to their already sizable lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. To return is Tucker. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bucs offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. Across midfield, shot out of a cannon. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. And it's going to be 3rd down. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. A short one there to Otten. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. They'll put a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, Baker. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Bucs cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. The drive starts with a carry by Ford. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the key factors for having success in the run game, Mike, is winning at the point of attack. And what that means is every play, the linemen and all the blockers, they understand where the back is going to start and then where the back could end up. And having a good understanding of that and how it pertains to the defense is how you gain your advantage to have big plays like this.
On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. He's inside the 25. And he will score again. Nick Chubb, touchdown Browns. This is quickly turning into a virtuoso performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. On the return, here comes Tucker. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Look wide, get this one complete, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Baker gonna give it to Irving. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Here comes Otten in motion. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back set to go once more. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar, and they have been so far. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Now Chubb. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Back to throw is Watson. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll run right here with Chubb. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down forthcoming. Shotgun snap to Watson. Open man, and that's Tillman. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5. On the handoff, this is Chubb. And the Browns are going to have it first and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. They'll run here. It's 4. And that'll be a pickup of 3. From a little closer, here's second and goal. Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. Good blocking, and he's in. Jordan Akins. Touchdown, Cleveland. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. To return is Tucker. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Irving. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Right back to Irving. And he will pick up a first down up to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Buccaneers.
Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. A pass pulled in by Irving. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Here comes Otten in motion. 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Here's White. And he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one. Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Crochet to return it. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. First and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
On 2nd down, here's Watson. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Watson. Open man, right side. He's got it. 14 yards on that pass play there. 1st down, Cleveland.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Again, it's Watson. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Bucs have it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Oh, there's nothing better than when the defense scores a touchdown, except when a big man on the defense finds his way to the end zone.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since that guy had a ball in his hand, Mike, probably since his earlier days as a young kid. But, boy, he looked comfortable. What a return. What a play for him to be able to pick up that loose ball and bring it all the way back. Man, nothing brings life to a sideline like a defensive lineman touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Browns offense back onto the field for their next possession. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. Watson. This is brought in downfield by Judy. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Quick throw here is complete. And he will have the first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
On first down, Watson. That is caught. What a throw. David Njoku. Touchdown Browns. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start of this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns will add one more onto their big lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, here comes Tucker. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Buccaneers offense going to take over just before the half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. Now, screen set up for Irving. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 2. And this time they'll just keep it on the ground. And he'll have a first down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line. Now Mayfield. Off-balance throw. It's complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick 6 for touchdown. And they extend the lead, the defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. To return is Tucker. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we hit halftime here in Cleveland, and the Browns are in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He's found the end zone 4 times on the ground already as he's putting together the kind of performance you dream about as a running back.
All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different Halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion left. That's Otten, open downfield. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner. That is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years. And then the accuracy of the quarterback to not only deliver the ball to the open receiver, but to do it in a way that allows him to comfortably turn into a runner and not have to slow down and pick up those extra yards after the catch.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Mayfield. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Makes the score from 77. Buccaneers 27.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The home team's offense and quarterback Deshaun Watson getting set for their next drive. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Watson going to give it to Chubb. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. A run straight ahead, that's Ford. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the 1st down. It's Ford.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain, Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Again, it's 4. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Bucs' 14-yard line.
They'll go with Chubb. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Up the middle, here's 4. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up third down.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Back to throw is Watson. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the first down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now...
And he cannot be stopped. He is into the end zone again. Nick Chubb, touchdown Cleveland. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Browns stretch things out even further. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. To return is Tucker. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end right. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Back to the air, it's Mayfield. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Irving. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On second down, Baker. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. To throw is Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
A short one there to Otten. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. That is caught, and he's in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. A second down throw for Mayfield. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Throwing is Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Denzel Ward in there defensively to knock it away.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Makes the score Browns 84, Buccaneers 30.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he is putting together a game to remember. Let's take you through some of the highlights. A lot of yards tallied here. Over 200 rushing yards. Just rare. You do not see, especially in this passing era, a lot of 200-plus yard rushing games, but we've got one here today. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Here's Ford. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run once more with Ford. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You know, we spend a lot of time praising the running backs, and deservingly so. But oftentimes, it's a combination of the scheme and the big guys up front who make it work, and that's exactly what we saw here on the big pickup.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Chubb. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third and 5. Shotgun snap to Watson. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. On the return, here comes Tucker. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Baker to throw. That one knocked away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Baker. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Chubb. Strong. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. So the last run is going to be the one. He has now broken the NFL record, most rushing yards in a single game. 1st and 10, and here comes 4. From the pistol, a give to Chubb. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Watson. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Nick Chubb, touchdown Browns. With that, he joins Gale Sayers and Alvin Kamara, players in the Super Bowl era with 6 touchdowns in a single game. Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. It's up and good. And the Browns will extend this third quarter lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. To return is Tucker. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield. That is knocked away, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag in the backfield. That might be a late hit on the quarterback. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. A pass pulled in by Irving. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here comes Otten in motion. Now Mayfield. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They send Godwin in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They go play action with Mayfield. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here comes Otten in motion. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. And this one is blocked.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine He was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Bucs offense and Baker Mayfield ready for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Motion man sent right. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. This one is caught by Shepard. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. To throw is Mayfield. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. A tight end in motion now. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Buccaneers cut into the lead a little bit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, this is Strong. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Nick Chubb and the rest of the Browns offense set to take over again. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. Running is Chubb. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
He'll get about 2 from his corner spot. Jamel Dean ends that play. 2nd down and 8. They'll run with 4. And he's going to have that first down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A play fake. Now Watson to throw. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Ford. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
The best running backs, Mike, they have a really good balance between executing the play that's designed, but then every so often they just have to trust their instincts, and sometimes that's the best plays. That's where the big home run shots come from, and when you have a talented back, you want to give them that freedom.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
They give it, and it's 4. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
Brings up third and 4.
Out of the gun, Watson. That's caught by Ford. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line.
Anytime it's third and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense, taking him down for a loss. Brings up fourth down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Irving now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to take over possession of the football. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Receiver in motion, headed left. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
That's caught left side by Otten. Here's second and 3 to go. Now Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out. I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Here's Mayfield. Open man, right side. He's got it. A gain of 11, and it's first and goal.
I think at this point in the game, prior to that third down call, the coach is telling his quarterback, hey, you got 2 downs. This is 4 down territory, but that last completion, I think, saves him from having to make that decision, at least for the time being, barring any penalties. Now, they got 3 or 4 plays to try to end this one with a touchdown. So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Third and goal. Throwing is Mayfield. He'll try to run for it. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up fourth down.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force fourth down.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense, settling for too many field goals.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point, and now they'll try to finish up strong. He'll open this drive on the ground with 4. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. A run straight ahead, that's Ford, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Nice combination of vision, patience, and speed by the running back here. The vision to see the hole, the patience to let the blocks unfold, and then the speed to hit it and pick up a nice gain.
Watson going to give it to Chubb. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Chubb. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They snap it to Watson. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, And they'll take the ball over on downs. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. There's that man again, another catch.
I think the defender thought he had himself a pick here, Mike. He saw that curl coming the entire way, but unfortunately for him, it was a curl and go. They took him deep. Leads to a huge pickup.
Gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin.
Complete to Chris Godwin. 2 yards on the play. And the Buccaneer first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Tampa Bay.
On 1st down is Mayfield. This one on target to Godwin. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Off the RPO, this is out to Evans. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Buccaneers.
Mayfield. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Got his man at the 6. And he will score. Cade Otton. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs will get just a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Chubb heading left. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first down. It's 4.
That's good for the Browns. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Chubb takes this handoff, running left. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, they'll give it, and it's 4. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's a Browns 1st down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's 4. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Again, it's 4. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Watson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell, and what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
So Hopkins now, following the made field goal, back out to send it away. Irving now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense and receiver Chris Godwin set to take over again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll send him over to the left. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. A short one there to Otten. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. And that's going to do it. With that last throw, he surpasses Norm Van Brocklin, most passing yards ever in a game. Van Brocklin had 554 over 70 years ago, 1951. Help from the O-line, help from the receivers, an incredible performance, an NFL record set here. Get this complete right side to Otten.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
On second down, Baker. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. The next time, let's come away with the pick.
Sending a receiver right. To throw is Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And that one just short of the crossbar. Couldn't quite get there. It's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Watson. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over them.
And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Now, screen set up for Irving. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
A pass pulled in by Irving. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Godwin working the right side.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucs will cut into that lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. The Browns offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Chubb.
Nick Chubb on the carry. The tackle made just shy of midfield. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Watson. Backs to the open man, it's Tillman. And he will go all the way. Cedric Tillman, touchdown Cleveland. Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Browns will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Irving now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The veteran Mike Evans, he's heading back out onto the field with the rest of the Tampa Bay offense. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. They'll try to set up the screen here. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Mayfield. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
And the Buccaneers 1st down.
Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. He finds his tight end, Keith. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
Throwing is Mayfield. This one caught left side by Evans. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down. Here's Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Baker to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, They're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw is Watson. Going deep downfield for Judy. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Even though that interception, it probably won't have much of an impact on the outcome of the game, but at least defensively it gives them something positive to build off of, because up until that point, this game's been a struggle.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
So it's a win for the Browns. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, did not look back as they cruise in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The dog pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns as we say farewell from Cleveland.